So I gotta assume on that weapons one he was expecting mutalisks, but yeah, just being caught a little bit off time, and so many sunken colonies going up on that front door. Luxury very worried about getting pushed upon here, and putting a huge defense on his front door, and when really I don't know that he's going to have enough troops on the ground to really force a contain. Luxury doing a lot with this attack, able to take out turrets, all sorts of SCVs. Medics weren't there to help. Both medics getting picked off. Able to get, wow, this is really going to help Luxury into the mid game. Hwasin looking very sloppy here. It looks like some overlords getting taken out, and honestly I don't think Hwasin is going to be now it's up to this push right here. He's just been set back a little bit. I think he might get a little bit aggressive. We'll see if he gets panicky. Fortunately comsetting it and being wise enough to hold back. Luxury now pulling those mutalisks back for looks like enough medic marines, but Luxury able to do a lot of damage on that front door. But my question is now what can Luxury do? He's essentially put down 9 sunken colonies almost on his front door. He's still got those mutalisks harassing along that back edge, but that's not going to last forever, especially with that science vessel out in the field. He's still got some turrets along that other edge, but where is he going to go? He doesn't have lurkers out. Science vessel should be the one thing about those mutalisks out the front. The mutalisks are going to be pinned in. There's that queen's nest, even though he doesn't have a third gas. And now, yeah, let's see if he can maybe back this off a little bit. But Hwasin right there with the medic marine force to really back that out. And he's going to continue pumping. He lost a lot of SCVs to that attack. So no, he managed to sneak a drone out somewhere. Hwasin, I don't know if he realizes it. And expanding that top right hand corner, I didn't realize that Luxury managed to sneak a drone out. And he's just going to assume that Hwasin's not going to spot it. I think Hwasin hasn't in fact seen it. Otherwise he'd be pressing at it right this moment, because Luxury's in no position to defend this really, because essentially what Hwasin could do is he could just rely on forces to defend his natural, and then or reinforcements to defend his natural, and then push up to that upper right hand corner. So Luxury just once again able to sneak something out somewhere to get that done, and another science vessel pushing out. So Hwasin going for a little bit more of a map contained game now. Now he's backing off, and the question is will he comsat to catch that? An SCV going up there finding it, and I don't see if there. I really cannot see Luxury defending this, and it looks like he's going to push up with a large attack to try to counterattack right now, to try to force Hwasin to stay at home base. And honestly I don't see it succeeding, just because I think those maybe actually because 2 barracks going down doesn't look like they're active, and it looks like Hwasin did comsat that, or at least he's aware of that, because you can see he's backing off. There's an irradiate on a lurker out in the field, and just Luxury very cleverly running up and doing at least slight damage to the marine, draining I guess every little bit counts, draining the medics a little bit of mana right there. But I'm just waiting for Hwasin. It looks like he's getting a siege tank out, running right in, able to take out, do some additional damage. He's going to be able to get a lurker. Nice counter position there by Hwasin. Luxury pushing up, trying to gain position on that front, but losing some troops as a result. And now Marines marching to that upper right hand corner. The main attack force for Luxury pinned away from that upper right hand base, and there's nothing. And we might even see a bunker right here. There's nothing that Luxury can do to defend that. Looks like he's going to try to catch an end around, but honestly I don't think it's going to be in time. I think these Marines are going to be able to pound this down with that weapons 1 before anything even gets there. Yeah, it's going to go down before even the mutalisks or anything can get in position. So 6 Marines for a hatchery. That's a very even trade. Let's see if he can get that drone as well. Not able to get the drone as well. And now Luxury is completely out of position to stop the additional push with 3 science vessels on his front. He doesn't have any troops in position. He's going to have to swing back around. He's going to get cut off from his main. Lurker's completely out of position. It looks like he's going to try to swing back around right into those 4 turrets. He does have the hive up. He's really relying on gas right there. He's a defiler mound as well. But honestly, I don't think he's going to have the gas to keep up with Hwasin. But perhaps, because keep in mind, he did do a lot of damage into the back of Hwasin's main there, into the mid game. And it looks like a single SCV scout managing to eke through there. Eke through, I should say. Eep, I guess works. Eep, don't kill me, Zerglings. Into the middle of that match. Defiler mound is up, but again, I don't know how much gas he's going to be able to use with that. And there's plenty of science vessels out in the air, and those lurkers very vulnerable out in the middle of the field. And honestly, against those science vessels, I don't see it happening. Hatchery going up again, but looks like Hwasin is going to be able to just push right back into position. Ooh, running headlong into a lurker there, losing a single Marine. That could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. Ouch. But it looks like some tanks coming around. Now this is going to be huge. Science vessel a little bit vulnerable there, but it looks like the Scourge holding up short. Let's see if they're able to swing back around. One lands, but not the rest, but Luxury able to get position in on these tanks. It looks like he's going to be able to take these tanks out, but he's losing a lot of his attack force. Basically all of his mutalisks and all of his lurkers, but doing a lot of counter damage. So it looks like the rest of these medic marines pushing up, but the question is was it worth it? He's lost all of his mutalisks, all of his lurkers, all of his lings on the ground. 3 science vessels still in the ground, and a huge amount of medic marine. It looks like that single mutalisk is going to be taken out just momentarily. It looks like it's just kind of hanging out there like that to do whatever damage. Finally backing off. But at the very least, Luxury still has that base, upper right-hand corner. Keep that in mind. It hasn't had it taken out, but honestly, the question is how long, not really whether he can hold it or not. Weapons 2 up for Hwasin. Then again, that inverted ramp makes it makes it so difficult for lurkers to hold that. Going up the ramp, it's usually better, but going down a ramp, it's just very difficult. Stacking the lurkers so he can't get double irradiated here. So one irradiation going to go off. Very clever, I would say, and also dumping Zerglings on top of it to try to make it defend as long as possible. To try to gather up troops to try to counter this, but honestly, with those 4 science vessels looming up from above, I don't see it happening. Some Zerglings sneaking around, it looks like, to the 9 o'clock position to try to push an attack otherwise, and looks like, yeah, there's still a lurker there, able to clear the lings, so that worked for half a second, but it's not going to work for much longer. Another radiate going off, and now all sorts of Zerglings pouring into Hwasin's. Actually, no, it looks like they're going to go backside and try to attack that, but Hwasin able to spot it off immediately to turn around on position. Now he's going to be able to just dive right back in. Beautiful scouting there by Hwasin, sitting in that trailing SCV. That was very clever on his part. A single vulture being produced here, and it looks like 2 factories down. So Hwasin switching it up into more of a mechanized build now into the mid game. Perhaps, and I'm kind of curious about this. It looks like he got the double upgrades for the vultures. He's going to be able to take out this upper right hand base fairly easily. He's going to have position. Looks like he's got armor 1 as well, but looks like he's just going to switch up the tech to try to throw Luxury off. Luxury still pinned just to that single gas. 2 lurkers into the midfield, but a lot of defilers out. He's got 4 defilers right there and Zerglings. So, but maybe with some incredible micro he'll be able to pull this off. Maybe with some incredible micro he'll be able to pull this off. But honestly, I don't see it happening, especially against the caliber of player that Hwasin is. He's just going to be able to push up those lings. He just has to back out. And really, Hwasin doesn't have any area where he can target and force Hwasin into a corner or anything like that. It looks like he has managed to get an expansion up to 6 o'clock, but he's been running off basically 2 gas for quite some time. He doesn't even have the gas up right there. A couple Zerglings just to scout backside for Luxury, and it looks like some mines planted over that mineral only is going to be holding for quite some time. And let's see, maybe that hold lurker trap in the middle will catch some of these mechanized units as they're pushing across the center here. No, it looks like the Marine's going to come there first. And the Scourge, wow, a single radiate catching all of that. And it looks like all of those lurkers, all of those defilers, and mines as well to deal with the Dark Swarm. Ouch. Luxury not having anything getting done. He is going to be able to take out a tank and 2 Marines. A lot of blood on the ground. And you gotta, that hurts for Terran. But Luxury's forces completely decimated. He has nothing left. Not even his defilers. And he's still running off 2 bases, essentially. I don't think he's got that 6 o'clock really capped. And he doesn't have anything to defend that 6 o'clock, even if he did. So let's see. It looks like he's pushing out with another attack grouping. But I feel with those science vessels in the air, it's just not going to be enough. Looks like he's going to try to do an end around, where really he needs to be engaging that force and stopping it from taking out his 6 o'clock, but maybe with a flank. But again, 4 science vessels in the air, you can almost irradiate it down, hopping back in that swarm. Let's see if mines are already in place to take care of this. A single Zergling trying to clear that mine, not able to do it. Hwasin able to pick it off, and more science vessels. That's 6 more science vessels pushing up to irradiate all of this. There's GG from Luxury. Luxury knew he was beat after seeing all those fire bats, all those science vessels up in the air. He just did not have the gas to get it done. Once again, thank you guys for listening. Going to go on to a set 3, and again, I hate to see one of these guys knocked out just because they're both so good, and I feel like they could have advanced. Both these guys probably could have advanced to the round of 4. Anyway, thanks for listening. Moving on to the next match.